Hello and welcome to Tech with Heart. I'm your host, Michelle Calloway. Tech with Heart's all about empowering entrepreneurs to embrace technologies, systems, and strategies that'll help them stay competitive and relevant in a rapidly changing business landscape. So what we're going to talk about today is systems. Work less and earn more with 3 core business systems. And our very special guest, Chantay Jennings, is a business operations strategist and founder of Virtual Partners Plus. And she's a coaching and consulting agency that works with overworked coaches and service providers to systemize and automate their business, resulting in more time to do the work that they love. Who doesn't want to have more time to do what you're seriously passionate about? So help me welcome to the Tech with Heart stage, Chantay.
Hi, Michelle, and thank you for inviting me.
Well, I'm really glad that someone like you would be very open to coming onto this Tech with Heart show and empowering our entrepreneurs to embrace the technology systems type of technologies that maybe they're not so necessarily gifted towards. I know I'm not gifted towards that. I'm more of a visionary, a creative. And so creating systems in my business has been a little bit of a struggle for me, but I now understand just how absolutely imperative they are, not only for growth, but for just peace and sound mind, as a business leader. So I know you're going to talk about 3 core systems today, but what is one of the biggest struggles and mistakes that you're seeing businesses making, small businesses, I should say, especially those that are solopreneurs or just getting started when it comes to technologies in their business?
One of the biggest mistakes I see is that they're doing everything from their head. All their business is run out of their head. This wastes so much time. All they have to do is create some systems and processes and have that structure and take back some of that time, because we're removing the guesswork by doing that. So systems coming into play and replacing everything just coming out of your head as the business owner and doing everything else themselves.
I understand what you're talking about, because just like a computer has a certain amount of RAM, which is the random access memory, that is when you say they're working out of their head. They're trying to retain so much, like, oh yeah, I need to remember this, and oh yeah, I need to remember to do that, and oh, I should have done that before that, and oh, it's all up here, and it's not organized in any structure in any type of an online or even a paper system. Even paper is a system. Like a list is some form of a system. So when we're talking about systems, we're not talking about huge bells and whistles here. We're just talking about organizing your business in a way that it makes like clear sense to you as to what needs to be done. But then also Chantay is going to talk to us about what we can do towards working towards automation, because wouldn't it be nice if your business was growing like 24/7, even while you're sleeping? Hello, that's what we're talking about. So Chantay, go ahead and start talking to us about what is like one of the core systems that all small business owners can and should implement in their business.
Well, system number 1 is, of course, marketing or lead generation. If you could do something in your business, whatever you do to market your business, to get visible and to get leads in, I'm sure you can have a consistent process for that, whether it's networking or trainings online or hosting live speaking events. There should be a process for that. And that process should be the same every time you do it. So creating your marketing system is huge in your business, because nothing happens before you market. Because if you're invisible, how are you going to get clients?
So can you like break that down? Because I mean, it's obvious, that's great, but can you even break it down, like paint that picture for us? What is a simple little marketing system? What might that look like for a small business owner?
Well, I like to connect or equate marketing with dating. Now, you want a mate you're going to leave your house and go get yourself out there, put yourself out in the dating pool. And with your business, you have to do the same thing. People don't know that you have a business. So you have to create this process. What am I going to do to meet potential clients? Will it be networking? Will it be whatever? We'll use networking. I reach out and I attend some events. It's almost like dating. I would go to a party. I put myself out there and talk to people. If I like that person, I'll give them my phone number or take theirs. Same thing with a business. You reach out to people, you talk to people, potential prospects, you see if they might be a good fit. You get some information, you get to know them better. That's relationship building, but there's still a process for that. A simple process for networking would be figure out your intention with the networking. You set up a place to network. How am I going to choose these places that I network? I'm not just going to network everywhere. So you would have a step one, choose the place I'm going to network. Step two, figure out how many people I'm going to talk to when I network there. Step three, what's my actual goal or intention to achieve there? Because it's still relationship building. You're not going to get clients there. And if that's the mindset you have, that needs some work as well. So that's a baby system in marketing that you could use, or lead generation, I call it.
So that's like a overarching system, but even within that system, there's going to need to be systems, right? So let's just say you do decide you're going to show up to this such and such a type of a marketing event, maybe 3 times a month or 12 times a year, once a month, right? So you have that knowledge and you've got it structured, you've got it marked on your calendar. That would be part of a system. And then when you attend, then you would want to have a system to be able to collect that information. Maybe what it's called CRM, a customer relationship management software. That is a good place to house the information that you collect, and then able to tag, right, their names and their emails in a way that you can identify even through searching through this customer relationship management software where you met them, so that you can remember to reach out to them and then leave yourself notes that you did reach out to them, right? Isn't that one of the systems that would work? And then perhaps, like just moving it forward from there, what next? Like, what does a follow-up system look like? Systems within that networking structure. I know that follow-up is, I hear it repeatedly from tons of gurus. There's money in the follow-up. That's where the actual transactions usually take place, not at the event. Like you said, you don't go to an event expecting to collect clients. It usually happens in the follow-up. So that itself needs to be a system. Do you have any advice on that?
I do. One thing I believe, and I tell my clients, 24 to 48 hours is your sweet spot. You met some people, they're going to remember you within that period. So you need to follow up within that period. Find a tool, a software management or client management tool like HubSpot or Zoho. Find a tool that will make it very easy for you to do that. You get to add the leads in. Most of these tools, you can take a business card, take a picture of it, it updates that person. HubSpot lets you make templates for following up with people, the emails you're going to send out. This is not email marketing. This is just you having, hey, I love meeting you, Susie Q, and learning about your cat that does flips or whatever. I found this article about, funny pets, and I thought I remembered you. You follow up with that person. That's the follow-up is huge. So many business owners miss that. And having that process you follow, the checklist that leads you into your CRM, using that will help you with that system.
I love it. And then another part of that system could also be to go ahead and reach out to those people on the social media platforms that you use the most. And LinkedIn is a great one for business. I know it's not the most social of the social networks, but it is by far the more superior one when it comes to business, just networking and keeping it on the professional level. So that is a great place to make sure you've connected with people, and then you can just stay in front of them there. You can invite them to your community. You can share posts with them, and it's just a great way to stay in front of them. Yeah, I love this. This is breaking it down like this, I think is going to be very helpful for a lot of our listeners. Let's move forward into what is your second core system, or did we kind of already touch on that? The first one being, marketing. What would be the second core system that businesses need?
The second system would be more the nurturing. Okay, we're moving them into the relationship. We followed up with them. They responded. We might send them some emails with resources. Now we want to get them on our list or connect with them on a regular basis. I would add the following them on social media. If you haven't done so on the first, that's a good place to start doing that, because we want them to start to see that we're aware of them. We think they're important and we want to know more about them. And we could do this by reaching out to offer them the opportunity to get on our list because we have resources, or just sharing resources. I typically just share resources until I feel like I'm in a place that I want to offer them either some training or some free training I have, or to get on my list. Getting them in a place where you can automate that is huge, because most of the time you can reach out. People want more information. You can set up a scheduler. That's another tool that so many service providers and coaches are not taking advantage of or optimizing, because this tool makes it so easy for people to book a call with you. Whereas that you're pulling out your phone, connecting with people, you can just pass a link. Here's a link. Find a time that's available for you. And that gets them that step closer to building that relationship with you.
Being able to do business online is crucial for survival, especially during times of social distancing. So how do you survive and thrive in the sea of digital noise? It's a lot like fishing. You need to know who your perfect customer is so that you could use the right kind of lure to attract them. We help you catch your perfect customer and retain them for future sales through highly converting websites, influencer mobile apps, getting you featured in the news and on TV. Hi, my name is Jerry Bowden, U.S. Army veteran and president of Revealio Software Solutions. Our goal is to help you rise above the competition, be seen as an expert authority in your industry, and embrace technology to stay competitive for long-term success. It's more affordable than you may think. So reach out to us at revealio.com, and together we will make your business come alive.
Agreed, 100% agreed. Scheduling is an automated tool that helps, rather than spending so much time going back and forth on what day, what time works best for you. Ultimately that person has to go check their calendar. Hopefully they're using a calendar. Google offers you a free calendar, and you don't have to pay for a scheduler. I know I personally use Google's free calendar. It's a Schedule HQ, I think is what it's called. It's a plugin that works directly with my Google Calendar, and I don't pay a dime. I don't pay a dime for it. I mean, it may not have all the bells and whistles that some of these paid schedulers have, and you can decide where you want to play, but you definitely need to start moving towards making it easier for you to stay connected and stay in front of and continue to build those relationships. Those relationships are going to be so vital for the long term of your business. They could be a client, they could be a referral partner, they could just be a brand ambassador, they could be a potential sponsor for an event that you're hosting. I mean, just think about that. Remember, Check with Heart's all about using technology in a way that enhances human connection. So these systems that we're talking about are very imperative for you to be working and nurturing those relationships over time. Right, Chantay?
Right, because just like the scheduler, your email marketing system can do the same. 24/7, you're sending messages, valuable information to the clients, to the prospects, resources, tools you give, education. You get to let them know that you have answers for them. You get to build that relationship for that prospect. And you're doing this in your sleep. The email marketing is based on setting up triggers. You can have automations here, but you have to know what your process is to be able to set up these automations. You have to have a process in place.
Exactly. I just want to clarify, because earlier in the first system, you talked about that this is not email marketing. That was just like the one-to-one touching. But you encourage them to get on your list. And when we say get on your list, what we're talking about is your email list for your business. It could be titled newsletter list. It could be like, stay connected list. I mean, however you want to call it. There are email marketing platforms that you can also use for free to be able to send out these automated emails that are, of course, always going to need to be valuable. It has to be valuable to them. Otherwise, it does start to feel what they call spammy. And that is important to remember. Again, Tech with Heart, all about the technology, but it's how you use that technology that will help you soar to new heights because of the way you are making people feel valued, seen and heard, and of course, helping them grow. So if you are a business coach, when you send those emails out as a broadcast blast to all that are on your list, talk to them as if you're talking to that person individually through email. It's a lot warmer. Do you have any other tips on that email marketing part, Chantay?
I do. I would say try to segment your groups, because sometimes people, get frustrated and remove themselves, even though you're sending valuable content, because you have them all gapped in the same list, whereas they may want information about your technology tools and another person may want information about how to grow in marketing. They won't want the same thing. So using segmenting lists, which almost all of the email marketing tools have, using that is huge, and it can make a big difference in whether or not people unsubscribe or stay subscribed to you based on them wanting the information and the valuable resources you offer.
Agreed, 100%. Remember, it's all about them. As a business owner, it's not at all about you. It's about what you're able to do for them. So keeping it as personalized and as segmented as possible, so you're only offering the information that they're seeking, is a crucial part. And I know artificial intelligence is going to be helping us more and more and more down the road as more tools start incorporating AI to help us to be more effective in our serving of our clients, our potential clients even. So moving in, what's the third core system that you believe all businesses need to have in order to just scale and grow?
So once you build that relationship and they've said yes to your offer, you made an offer, now it's time for client onboarding. And I work with a lot of clients that have these programs and these coaches that have these high-end programs, but their client experience is not high-end. And that can be most of it can be automated. Most of that can be automated. Having the amazing client experience, it needs to be consistent. It needs to cover all their needs and educate them on what's going to happen next. And it needs to kind of explain what the deliverables are going to be. A simple client onboarding system process can be automated at least 80% of that. So using your CRM, using a client management tool, which is similar to a CRM, but it just onboards and has a bunch of automations in it, can make for an amazing client experience. Because how they come in is how they stay.
Again, you're right, because especially if they're paying for high ticket like coaching, and then your back end systems feel very much like bargain basement, type performance, it does reflect upon you and your brand. And if you ever ask those people for a testimonial, they'll probably be very honest, and that may not be what you want to hear. So if you're brand new to creating this type of a system, it is a little bit more sophisticated than the earlier ones that we talked about. And so I would suggest reaching out to somebody like Chantay or myself. I know enough to be able to give you good kind of ideas. But there's all kinds of systems out there. I know one for free as far as the technology system that you could implement to even create like online training courses for free, and it's called Groove. And I don't know if you've heard of that Chantay, but I will actually provide that link in the description of this post, because it's one of the free resources that Tech with Heart is partnered with, because it's so robust in its power, and you get all of it for free. And of course, if you do desire to have a little bit more of the bells and whistles, you can upgrade, and of course you get better support when you upgrade, but you get to try it out for free rather than feel so nervous about any additional monthly fees to your bottom line when you're just starting out. These are great resources created by marketing professionals, providing you a technology platform to help you have a beautiful client onboarding experience, as well as a deliverable, professional deliverable presentation. So I agree, Chantay. Besides those three, is there anything else that you see that businesses are just not paying attention to that's really kind of giving them a little bit of a black eye through that customer experience?
With customer experience, being really responsive immediately. So many coaches I've seen that they have a program in place and they're doing everything manual. The person says yes, and they, oh, well, I'm going to send you an invoice by tomorrow. And then they get more calls. The more delay you have, that affects the process and the client experience. So creating or investing in the strategies is far more important than spending a lot on tools. Just like Michelle said, there are so many free tools that you can easily use at the beginning. There are so many free tools you can use. Spend more time and energy investing in strategies and implement these free tools right away. Get them going, get some automation and systems in place, and you'll have more time to do the other things and invest in your resources for creating the strategies and the other tools, opportunities you need.
And you're right, strategy, it's like you can have a goal, but if you don't have a plan to reach that goal, then that goal will not get met. And if you have a plan without a strategy to implement that plan, what is a plan, right? So strategy is everything. And Chantay, you obviously are the guru when it comes to this kind of, organizational strategies and creating automated systems and just keeping it simple for small business owners. How can they reach out to you?
Well, Michelle, they can reach out to me by booking a call or going to my website, Launch Your Biz Now, which is focused on the systems for coaches and service providers. So you could go to launchyourbiznaw.com or book a call with me. And I think we'll have a link attached.
And so is Launch Your Biz B-U-S or B-I-Z?
B-I-Z, sorry. Launch Your Biz, B-I-Z. Launch Your Biz Now.
Launchyourbiznaw.com?
Now.com, sorry.
Awesome. So we'll go ahead and put that on the screen for those that are watching, and for those that are listening, it's biznow.com. So go ahead and share with us what is one phrase or thought that you really want to leave impressioned upon those that are tuning in today.
Automation is not supposed to replace you and doing the things you do for your clients. Automation should give you back more time to spend with your clients because you won't be spending all that time on unnecessary tasks.
Agreed, because if you automate to the hilt, then people will feel you're too robotic and it's not warm or professional at all. It's very off-putting. So definitely automate to create efficiency so that you have more time for the stuff that really matters in your business. I love it. All right. So if you're tuning in today, I want to thank you so much for joining us on the Tech with Heart show. And if you are a business expert and you have valuable knowledge to share, insights that could really move the needle for other entrepreneurs in our community, we'd love to have you on the show and interview you. You can just reach out to us at techwithheartnetwork.com. And if you are a tech savvy or a non-tech savvy small business owner looking to network and grow alongside other excellent human beings, very heart-centered, but yet innovative small business owners, we would love to have you join our network. You can join for free, or you can upgrade to a paid membership and be seen as an influencer in our community and get promoted like crazy in our community. So go to techwithheartnetwork.com. We're here to support you. And thank you again for tuning in. And here is to your success.
Embracing technology is a must. How you use it creates impact. Tech with Heart Foundation offers education and support, allowing entrepreneurs, small business owners, and students to become competitive in ever-changing tech environments. Our nonprofit provides expert business insights, live events and masterminds, apprenticeships for minority and underserved students, and mentoring and leadership training. We need donors, sponsors, and partners. Learn more at techwithheartfoundation.org.